Hi, this is Sherry Veronica. This blog is about security in Barbados, whether you are employed by G4S or any other security company. Security companies are being asked to do background checks on prospective employees, security guards, people who are put to secure other people's interests. You're being asked to do background checks, and they're focusing on security at the college, BBC, and the University of the West Indies, Cave Hill campus. And they're saying that there's security in these places, and the main people who are there to make sure that anyone coming through the gates have, identification or whatever else, they need to make sure that those people are doing their jobs, that they're at their posts and that they are doing their jobs. And there's even mention of, remember the stabbing at BCC, Barbados Community College, when this guy that they said he had good grades, he was on the campus and he stabbed someone else who is at this point still paralyzed. The guy is still paralyzed. That's what I'm hearing. And they're saying that if you were to check the log, if anyone checked the log, the troublemaker, the guy who stabbed the other student, there was a lot of friction with him. He cursed security, he cursed teachers, he was in fights with students. And this blogger is saying that if you check the if you check the books, where people, the logs, like the log books, if you were to check the logs on how people, like the security, pen things into the book and, date, and if there was an incident or whatever, you will see that nothing was recorded. That's what is being said, that nothing was recorded in relation to the guy who stabbed the other student, even though he was a troublemaker. And this blogger is asking people who need security to make sure that the security firms have thoroughly investigated the security person that they're sending their way. And if the security person is an ex-cop, that's a red flag. It's usually a red flag. It shows that, especially if it's an ex-cop, someone who is not really at retirement age, but they're working still, it shows that maybe they were fired from their job as a cop, and now because they may have lost their pension and they still need to work because they're not old enough to sit home, you need to check that. Why would an ex-cop work security full-time? What happened to that person when they were a cop? So someone is asking the schools, BCC especially, there was mention of the university also, and this blog focuses now on BCC and the security personnel who are there, and they want the school to know that the security that they have there may not be doing their jobs. They may not be doing their jobs. They may be fraternizing with students. They may be allowing things to happen that should not happen. They're not at their posts when they're supposed to be at their posts. They're not writing everything in the logbook. Check on the security that you have. That is what this blog is asking the Barbados Community College people to do. Check on the security that you have there, especially if that security person or persons were once police officers and they were fired from their jobs as police officers because they were running drugs, running guns, whatever they were doing. Please check the credentials of those particular people, because according to this blogger, they're falling on their job. Okay, they're falling down on the job. Okay, So that's it for this. This is Sherry Veronica.
Help me spread the word about Naked Departure via social media. Subscribe and share to show support and love for our channels.